Welcome back to the chess speed run of going to 2000, as I'll be showing you guys instructive lessons. So towards the end of the video, I'll give you guys an announcement which I want to let you guys know. But for now, let us start with the game and let us learn some instructional chess. So typically I always go for the Karo Khan, but for this reason, I'm just gonna play e5 because I know most of you guys respond with e5. You can let me know in the comment what type of openings you guys play. So typically what they normally go for is the center game, the scotch game. So center game is actually good. Um, although I think it's better just to break the center, as like you let them know that okay, yeah, you can take the pawn, but I will be capturing this pawn and you're breaking the center so that they don't have too much activity. Because now the moment you start trying to be protecting and all of that, you're in trouble. So now opponent plays a very interesting move. He's either preparing to capture back the pawn with his knight, or he's preparing to bring his queen here to deliver checkmate. But there isn't much of a threat at the moment, so we can just capture because now this pawn is safe, and we can protect it like this later on. If the queen ever tries to come to deliver checkmate, we should not play our knight to f6, because both the pieces, as you can see in this position, will be targeting the f7 square, and bringing the knight to f6 does not protect that square. It only attacks the queen. So that's just an example I can say. So typically now he's going for this attack now, and that is very good. He's attacking this pawn over here, and it is weak, but it's not an issue. Um, Now I'm realizing I'm in a bit of I'm in a bit of a danger right now, because if I bring here, he takes, I take, his queen can come here, and it's quite bad, but this is the only move that can stop this. So what I'm thinking now is, I'm thinking perhaps we can castle king side, if you know what I mean. Like we can go and castle queen side, because there is such an attack on this, and our king will be weak, because once this pawn captures, we're in trouble. So as you can see, when you play e5 responding to e4, there is a lot of danger, especially if you don't know your theory. And I'll be honest with you guys, I hardly know any theory for e5. But I'm playing this just to show you guys that anything is possible. So now our opponent made a big mistake, because if they capture this pawn, now they'll have much more of an attack, as now they're taking two pieces at the same time. And it's quite uncomfortable for me to defend. But now, instead, our opponent plays b3, which is bad. It's bad because now I can capture that bishop, and now once he captures back, I can consolidate in my position, get more of the center of the board, and life is good, I can say, if you know what I mean. So that wasn't the greatest move. Even this move I just played right now, I don't think that's that good. But let's continue adding pressure. We can bring our queen here. So since now there isn't any attack on the king side, I know for sure that we can castle. And now opponent is busy capturing the pieces, which is not the best. And I even forgot that that pawn has been hanging. I literally forgot that the pawn is hanging for how many moves now. But I don't really want to grow towards it. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to play a sneaky move. I'm going to attack that knight with my bishop. So now it's already defended by one bishop, but hopefully he can see that he can capture that pawn, and he will be safe. If he plays any other move, he will definitely lose his knight. So will our opponent see that that pawn is hanging and that he can take it for free? That is something you have to consider. As you saw, my last move was bishop to e7. And what's the purpose of bishop to e7? Where is it pointing? That's what you should ask yourself every single time you play a move. Where are my opponent's pieces pointing to? And this bishop is pointing to that knight, if you know how it moves. And that's a good move, actually. But I won't take, because I can just simply go and protect. Oh, what should I do? That's interesting. If I take, he takes with the bishop, and now I have to respond to that, and that's not good for me. So what I'm just gonna do now, I'm just gonna play here, defend that pawn. The move you should go for now is just attacking that pawn, leaving me with an isolated pawn, and that it will not be good for me. Okay, pushes his pawn. Now, pushing your pawn in front of your king is not the best thing you can do when you're playing the game, because now, as you can see, like the dark squares are weak. So the moment I push this pawn and I bring my queen here, already it's the king's under attack because of this pawn push. So what I'm just gonna do now, I'm gonna capture it and then I'm going to castle. So if he capturing with the rook is, I feel like capturing with the knight is much better. It depends. I don't feel like he has a. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! He just captured with the pawn. Oh my goodness, that's bad. That is a very bad move because now I can even bring my queen in here just to try and like finish the game. Let me actually do that. Let me bring my queen in the game, and the only way you can stop is by pushing. Hmm. Oh, look at that! What if I push my pawn so that in the next move I have a check and I attack the rook? Now that is risky because my king is still in the center of the board, but luckily for me, my pieces are enough in that area. So if I push, he can bring his bishop here, and now I'm playing hope chess now. So I think what I'm just gonna do is I'm just going to attack. Hmm, I think I'm just going to castle. I'm just going to castle because king safety is the most important thing, and the moment you start rushing for an attack in chess is the moment you start blundering pieces, especially if the attack is not so clear. Because I wanted to come here, but then our opponent can just push the pawn. So I'm hoping for him to make a mistake. Or if I push here, our opponent can literally just come here and now there is no longer any attack. And I now have a weaker pawn because it only has one piece protecting it. So instead of playing hope chess according to the strength of your opponents, it's better just to play according to the position. The more accurate you can play in the position, the better chess player you become. Because if you start taking chances here and there, once you go to tournaments and you start playing tough opponents, that mentality of let me just hope he blunders, or let me hope you'll be playing hope chess, and that won't help you. So now I believe pushing is still an option. Attacking the knight is still an option. I just don't like attacking the knight because he can bring his knight back here, and now, oh wait, actually that's good because I'll be able to capture that pawn. Yeah. So let's attack that knight. So if he goes here, if he goes to e4, we capture. Whatever way he captures, we will capture the pawn on the next move. I'm tempted so badly right now to push because I know my opponent will not see that move. He will never play this move. But I want to teach I want to teach good practices in chess games, that playing slowly is much better than rushing. You know what I mean? I hope you're getting me right now, cause um I just wanna, like, I'm 2000 rated, and I can just tell you that it's harder that side. But I do play on many chess. That is my channel where I play. You can see me playing at my 2 rating. But here it's just to educate you guys, to help you guys understand the best ways to play chess. And I am going to let you guys know at the end of the video something. As you can see, something's up with my rating, but that's for the end. So watch till the end. Okay. He's thinking. What is there to think about? Okay, that is not a good move because I can capture and I know he has check, but it doesn't really help him. You see what I was saying right now? He's hoping that I don't see that I can capture the knight because maybe he forgot that his knight can go back, you know. But I'll just capture. He captures with the queen. I move to safety. I can, yeah, let's move. We don't want to, when you want to decide where's the best place for you to move your king, you have to look for where will you not experience any checks. So if I move to h7 right now, the queen can give me a check, and the position of the white piece has improved significantly. You understand? But if I bring my king over here, now there is no possible checks which the queen can give me. And on the next move, I can even opt for a queen trade because I'm up in material. And that is the most important thing in this type of games. You have to make sure that you get an advantage. And once you get the advantage, you slowly grind your opponent to a loss. That is the best way you can do it. There is no other way besides that. Or you can just go for a full on attack where you play inaccurately, like me going here is a full on attack because I'm hoping to come here, check, and then get the rook in the corner. Okay, so now, funny enough, if I push, he wants to bring his bishop here. So I'm just gonna continue with this slow grind. I'm going to try to exchange queens, and I'm also looking at that juicy g3 square because now I want to check the king, bring the bishop, and then mate. So now the queen is being protected and they're taking the rook. But I don't mind about that too much. I can say check. What is the right combination? I feel like check is the correct move. Check. If the king comes here, I bring this here. If I take, the rook takes. This is very difficult to decide what to do. Okay, what is, we say check. If the king comes here, we don't have any other checks because the queen is guarding so many of the squares. Unless I play my bishop here or even bishop here. Oh, that's tough. Okay, since I'm winning though, I can, okay, wait, I can always capture back. Wait, I can always capture this. I can always capture this. So that's what I'm hoping on right now. Capture this, and then if he comes here, he gives me a chance because now I can bring my bishop here and we have a battery where this will be made in one. Okay, our opponent plays the right move. So I can capture. What I'm gonna do now, I'm going to pin this knight because I want to bring my rooks in the game. So now we'll be looking at that piece and hopefully we can get checkmate. So now I'm going for a full-on attack because as you can see, I have a lot of active pieces which are coming into the attack while our opponent only has 1, 2 at the moment that are protecting the king. And he can never move his knight because if he moves his knight, I capture the rook. You know what I mean? I capture the rook with my bishop or with my queen, depending on the position. Okay, so that's not a bad move, but it doesn't really stop the threat of me coming here with my rook. And now if the queen comes here, I can capture check. I think this is the best move for the queen to come here. And then I capture check. The king has to take. And then what happens? How can I finish the game? Oh, interesting. But now I can capture that knight. This is a mistake because if you look at this rook, remember a couple of moves back, I chose this rook to attack. I didn't choose this one because this one was already in a good, it was already in a good square. It was already busy. Just whenever this knight moves out, it was always gonna do something. But then this rook here on a8 was doing absolutely nothing. So that's why I moved it to attack the queen. So now our opponent forgot that this rook is pinning that pawn. So now if I capture this knight with my knight like this pawn cannot capture back because it's pinned to the king. And now the bad part is that now this rook can sacrifice itself. Not really sacrifice, because I'm gonna capture the pawn. I'm gonna capture the pawn. The queen is forced to capture. I wish this was made. If this was made, like, I would have loved it so much. I would have loved to checkmate like that. But sadly, I won't be able to do that. So the queen now is forced to capture. I will capture back. Okay, queen captures. Let's calculate. Queen captures, I capture. Here, check. Here, check. Wait, do I even need to wait? This is checkmate. Okay, I don't have to do that. So the queen is forced to capture. Wow, now we will capture with our queen. The king is forced to come to this square. And now we can attack this king because our knight is protecting that square. And now once the king goes to h1, we can deliver the final checkmate in the position, and it is game over. Okay, so I'm gonna end the video here, but the announcement is that let me I wanted to show you that I lost the game. A 500 elo player beat me. Yes, he beat me. I tried playing the Texla and I lost. I don't know if you want to see that video. I still have it, but I haven't uploaded it because I was really mad with myself. I went to even learn the opening properly. But what is going to happen is tomorrow I will be uploading a video on how to beat the fight lever with the Texla. So stay tuned and I'll see you. Thank you for watching.